BBC Radio Nottingham. So, Georgie Nelson from Woodborough was, I guess, just like every other 19-year-old girl. She was looking forward to the future, studying hard at university, keen football player for a local team, the Calverton, partying with her family and friends. One day, though, Georgie slipped into a coma and died. She had type 1 diabetes. Now, Carol Nelson is Georgie's mum. She's on the phone. Hello, Carol.
Hi.
I know this is difficult for you, and I really appreciate you coming on. Tell us what Georgie was like.
Georgie was Georgia. Just fun-loving, happy-go-lucky, live life to the full. Just a brilliant sense of humour. She'd always have you laughing. Just one of the best daughters anybody would ever wish to have.
I mentioned there about the fact that she was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. When did that happen?
That happened just as she was leaving junior school, just before she went to Colonel Frank Seeley. So she was just coming up to her 11th birthday.
Blimey. So that's just as she's about to go into senior school. That's a key age, isn't it?
6 weeks holidays, yeah.
And what did that mean for her? How did she manage her condition?
She managed it as best she could. She did have ups and downs with it. Her insulin, sometimes she needed more than other times. But she tried the best she could. She weren't always perfect, but when they get to like a teenager, she started rebelling a little bit and was like, why me? Why have I got to inject before I have food and my friends can just eat and they're fine? Whereas, sometimes you couldn't have cake all the time and you can't have everything that you want. You've got to make sure that your sugars are okay before you can have treats and everything. Yeah.
It's a lot to, I keep thinking about, because I've got a couple of teenagers and I know that it's not just girls either, it's boys as well. The hormones, you've got those, you've got pressures from school, you've got, peer pressure, and we know everything else that it makes life difficult for teenagers, but to have that on top, it sounds like a lot on her plate. How did she overall deal with all of that?
She used to do really well, but before she went out anywhere, always make sure she's got a bottle of Lucozade in a bag, some digestive biscuits, to back her sugars up and everything, just to maintain her. There was all these things that she needed to remember before she went out anywhere, and just make sure she's got a blood testing kit on her, plenty of insulin, just in case a pen went faulty or something for her injections. Yeah. So there was quite a big checklist on a normal day that she needed to take, and when we went abroad on holiday, we had to get a letter from the hospital so that she could be carrying needles and insulin and everything.
So that's what life was like for Georgia. I'm just wondering, for you as a parent then, because there comes a point, doesn't there, when you think, all right, you want to go off with your friends, you want to go into town, you want to go and sort of fly the nest a little bit. What's that like for you as mum?
Constant worry. I used to worry about her all the time. Her other sister, she did Manchester University and everything, and she was fine, but when Georgia got into Birmingham, it was a different thing altogether. I worried about her when she went out, but she used to send me texts at 4 o'clock in the morning, because she worked at a nightclub, saying, Mum, I'm home now. And so when I woke up in the morning, I knew that she'd been back and everything was all right. But yeah, you just worry all the time, and every day we used to speak, and I'd say, if sugar's been behaving, what you like, and yeah, so it was every day.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because you don't want to nag, but you've got to ask. You're a parent at the end of the day.
Yeah, she used to say, oh, Mum, not again. Yeah.
I know this is particularly hard, but what happened on the day, we're going back to last year, aren't we? The day she actually died. Can you give us an idea of what happened that day?
Well, actually, it's 3 months today. It was the 17th of October. That's probably why I'm not feeling 100% today. But, yeah, she did. She was watching television on the Sunday night in a flat with a friend, Lauren, and it was just a normal night. There was no concerns or anything. And in the night, Georgia got up with a leg. And she'd normally go and try and sort herself out with Luke Said and see where she was. But I found her in the bathroom, a flatmate at 10:30 in the morning. So, and, you know, we've had the coroner's report back and everything, and, yeah, she'd gone into a diabetic coma. And she just couldn't start everything, just starts shutting down, and
listen, I said it before and I say it again. Look, I really do appreciate you coming on, particularly as you say, it's 3 months today, and thank you, because I know part of this is getting the word out about diabetes. It's something that we hear about in the news an awful lot. We'll leave it there for now, Carol. Thank you ever so much.
Okay, thank you.
And in just a moment, you'll hear from George's best friend, who, you know, you've heard from Mum, and I think your best friend as well. You've got to adapt your life as well, haven't you, to having this great big hole there now where your best friend used to be. Her mission at the moment is partly about spreading the word about diabetes, but also doing some serious fundraising as well. And